In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
So we're doing our project on Mary McLeod Bethune by Brillion Walker, Payton Savage, and Gabi Figueroa. Mary was born on July 10, 1875 in Maysville, South Carolina. She was known for starting an African American school in Daytona Beach, Florida. She was also a leading educator and a civil rights activist. During Mary's childhood, she grew up in poverty. She was one of 17 children born from former slaves. She was the only child to go to school at an African American schoolhouse nearby her plantation. She received a scholarship at Scotia Seminary, which is now Barbara Scotia College in North Carolina. She then went to Dwight Moody's Institute for Home and Foreign Missions in Chicago for 2 years. After she left, she began her career as a teacher.
Okay, so for slides 4 and 5, I'm going to be talking about her accomplishments and important events in her life. In 1923, she established Bethune-Cookman College. In 1935, she founded the National Council of New Negro Women. Then in 1936, she was a key organizer for the Federal Council on Negro Affairs. And in 1939, she was the director of division for the Negro Affairs for National Youth Administration. I also drew these pictures to represent her life. The paw represents the Wildcat mascot for Bethune-Cookman. BC represents Bethune-Cookman. The African logo in the top right represents HBCU College. And of course in the middle is the school logo. And then at the bottom I just added a candle, to add a little spicy touch, I guess. Okay, so for slide 5, I did a basic biography of her life. And these points being made are self-explanatory as well. In July 1875, Mary McLeod was born. In January 1884, she enters missionary school. In January 1888 through 1893, she enters Scotia Seminary School. January 1898, she was married, and that's on period. February 1899, she had a son. October 1904, she opens Daytona Educational Industrial School for Negroes. January 1907, she was divorced. January 1920, she encouraged all African Americans to vote. In January 1935, she received the NAACP Spinogram Medal, and then in May 1955, she passed away. Rest in peace.
Mary McLeod Bethune had one husband. His name was Albertus Bethune. They fell in love while teaching in South Carolina, and she married him. He was also a teacher at the time. In 1919, her husband Albertus Bethune died of tuberculosis. Yeah. Mary had 5 other siblings, so she was not the only sibling. Wait, no, she wasn't the only child. Okay. So she had her first brother's name is William Thomas McLeod. Second was Samuel McLeod. Then there was Maria McLeod. There was Beauregard McLeod, and then there was Rachel McLeod. Those were her other siblings. She attended Barbara Scotia College early from 1888 to 1893. She then later attended Moody Bible Institute from 1894 to 1895. She later died of a heart attack in Daytona Beach. So she was buried on the Bethune-Cookman College campus. And